Good morning, good morning. Day 57. It happens to be July 4th, 2019. So happy Independence Day, everybody. At least for Americans that are watching this, celebrating independence. Yeah, there'll be no fireworks for me out here. I'm just out in the middle of the forest in the middle of nowhere. But I'm happy to be here. But I hope all you guys enjoy your families and are safe. And by the time you watch this, it's going to be way past the 4th. So, but I hope you had a good 4th, and that's what's important. So let me go over today. Very interesting day. This whole section, really Washington, and even Oregon, I didn't plan a lot because I wasn't going to be here till the end of my hikes because I was supposed to be going northbound. So it was the end. And since I flipped, you know, I knew I had plenty of time to study it and kind of learn about it. And now it's like I'm here, so I have to kind of figure it out. And I'm going the other direction, which kind of complicates things too a little bit. So the plan today is, after doing 7 miles yesterday, so it's kind of an interesting day. I went about 3 or 4 miles, left at 7:30. It's a little, it's about 8:45 right now. I've done about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 miles. It was all uphill out of camp. And right now I'm in the middle of a 5.5 mile downhill, pretty steep, about 2,500 feet down. I'm just going back and forth on switchbacks right now. So I'll go 5.5 miles down, go across the flat area for a while, and then up almost the exact same thing over about 5.5 miles, but about 2,300 feet, so 200 feet shorter. So I imagine it's gonna be pretty steep. But when I get to the top of that, it'll be Methow Pass. Then it's kind of a little downhill, a little flat, and then over the next 5 miles, and then up pretty steep about a mile, about 600 feet over 1.1 miles, so pretty steep to the top of Cutthroat Pass. And right now, as you can see, it's foggier than you know what. I'm up in the mountains close to 7,000 feet, and now descending, of course, but it's like all foggy, and I really want to see this section, especially around Cutthroat Pass, so I'm hoping this burns off. It's kind of getting lighter out, which is good, which means it might be thinning out and burning off, but the mountains are stunning here and they're covered in snow. And actually, let me regress a little bit. When I get to Methow Pass, it'll be 15 miles into my day. I have to do at least 20 miles, if not closer to 25 today. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, Methow Pass is at the 15 mile mark for the day. And then over the next 5 miles, I'll get to the top of Cutthroat Pass. That'll be right around 20. And it's 5 miles downhill, which is nice, to Rainy Pass. And when I was with Dave and Chrissy yesterday, we looked at it, and when you come to the road on Rainy Pass, you go downhill, thank goodness, on a road walk for about a mile and a half to rejoin the trail. But because I didn't really study the section, I knew there was a section somewhere in Washington, but I didn't know it was coming up. But basically, I guess from Rainy Pass going southbound or north, but from Rainy Pass going south, for 19 miles, you cannot camp in that area. So I basically have to go between 22 and 25 miles and try to camp really close to Rainy Pass in the road. And then tomorrow do at least 19 to hike through the area where you're not allowed to camp. So I don't know if I'm accurate, just somebody in camp told me that this morning. And I knew it was somewhere, but I actually haven't had a chance to really study gut hooks and know. So that's what I'll do today and tonight. Probably today on my lunch I'll study it so I know where the 19 mile stops and starts. So that's it. So my longest day was to the hot springs in the desert, and I did 22.3. So I think I'm going to beat that today, or I'll try to do it. It's a little bit of a shock considering I haven't been on trail in a while, but this is my 5th day. In my first 4 days I did a 10, 14.5, 14.5, and then yesterday a 7. So, you know, 22 to 25 will be a big step, but I feel great, you know, and I feel fresh because I did have 6 weeks home. So I think that'll really help me. And to go over the weather really quick, when I woke up this morning, I wasn't so high up yet. I climbed up high, and now I'm going back down, like I said. But very big, dark clouds. So many camp. And when you're asking people, I don't know if they know what they're talking about or not. I almost tripped. But one young lady said that it's supposed to possibly rain today and tomorrow. And we are in Washington, and that's what it does. Hard to believe, you know, where I live in Southern California, it's hot and dusty by now, but it's July 4th and it still feels like winter sometimes. It's very cold, but for me, because I run hot, great hiking weather. So it's a chance of rain. You can see it's very foggy, we've been on the top of a couple big mountains today, so we'll see if we can get above the clouds, or hopefully this stuff will burn away. But that's update on the weather. And for now, that's it. Just gonna keep going to the bottom of this hill, and the next will be up to top to Methow Pass. Okay, check with you guys later.
This time I am pretty sure. Moments passing away I've never seen before. You held me out of the dark. I always wonder if you were left without a mark. Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? You were never out there alone. Do you think there's a chance for this love to be real? I will let you take the wheel. From now on. From now on. Lying on a distant star. In these violent days I wanna be where you are. Stay with me, it's getting late. Fill me with a desire that I cannot break. Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? You were never out there alone. Do you think there's a chance for this love to be real? I will let you take the wheel. From now on. From now on. From now on. From now on. Distant fire burning low. You will tell me everything you know. I felt that believe again. With the heart of the heart, as if you're full of pain. Did you ever let go? Did you ever not know? You were never out there alone. Do you think there's a chance that there's love between? I will let you take the wheel. From now on. From now on.
All right, I hope you can hear me. A little breezy, not too bad. I made it to the top of Methau Pass. Man, that was tough. It was like 5.5 miles and I don't know, like 23 or 400 feet. But you know, I haven't done a big mountain like that in a while. But I did all right, just kept going. Only took a couple quick breaks. I want to show you this meadow on top. I'll just kind of spin around. The trees behind me there. That's kind of the direction I came from, up in that, down there, I guess I should say. And I hope it shows up, but you should see the mountains that are right here. You can kind of see them now, kind of as I pan around right now. It's just amazing. It's gonna be downhill now, so I'll try to show it to you as I go down. Maybe it'll be clear, but I'm gonna sit up here, have some lunch. It's about 2:30. And also I'm gonna try something new. I've been bringing coffee, but I don't want to take the time or the effort in cooking everything to heat it up in the mornings. So I think I'm gonna start doing it at lunchtime and give me a kind of get jacked up on some caffeine for the second half of the day. So I'm gonna try that out, see if it works, and use it up because I haven't been using my coffee, so I might as well use it. So that's it for now. 15 miles, and I'll let you know what the plan is after this. I think it may have changed a little bit, but I'll let you know when I take a look at hooks and eat and think about it for a minute. Okay? Thanks. That's amazing. Man, look at that valley on the right. Just crazy. It's amazing views. Going along this ridge. Water everywhere. Lots of snow, as you can see on the opposite side, and on the mountain above us on the left. Okay, so I got right to the base of a 1.1 mile, very steep to top of Cutthroat Pass. And frankly, I can't go anymore. I think I've done 19. I'll put it on screen if I did more, but I'm feeling lightheaded for some reason, so I don't want to keep going. Next part is very steep. I wanted to get over, but I can't. This one says Granite Pass, 6,300. Now, I was going to show you guys something. It shows there's a couple campsites here, but there really isn't. There's kind of crummy one there. These are very slopey, but sometimes Guthook says there's just two here, and it says these right here. But if you see past, you know people have found other places. So you go up this pass, up these trees, and I'll go up there in a minute and show you. Come up here. I went up there, but it's not a very good spot. I turned left here, and go here. There's a fire pit and just some kind of unlevel spots, but they're spots. But I found this sweet spot over here, and I'm the only one here right now. I don't think anybody knows they're up here. So the lower portion down here, a little flatter. Even have my own bench here, and possibly fire. Jackpot. Hey guys, I thought I'd do a quick check-in. I'm gonna try to do this on most of my videos, not every day, but some of them. But today was an unusual day. As I said at the start, I had bigger plans. I did 18 miles, but honestly, on the Metho Pass, I tried something new, which was to have some lunch, which is not new, but try to have my coffee that I had set aside for the breakfast, and I never have seemed to have time or want to have time to make it in the morning. So I decided I'm going to try to have it at lunch. So my lunch was late. I did 15 miles to Metho Pass, as you probably saw in the video. And so I made my coffee, and it was like double strength. And be honest with you, I thought it would give me energy, which it didn't really. It just made my heart race. And so we had to go 3 more miles, which kind of showed it was stunning. I'm at the base of a super steep 1.1 mile up to Cutthroat Pass, which I'm really excited to see. I was planning on going there with the 2 people I was hiking with, just you saw in the video right before this, and go up there. And then there's no really place to camp there or water, so go over the other side. So I got some water, and we were doing the 3 miles to this spot where I'm at right now, and then start to go up. And it's only 1.1 miles, so I figured, well, it's steep, but I'll just do it and get it out of the way. And I just started getting really, like, it's almost like my equilibrium, but I got really dizzy, and just my head, just dizzy. And so at this camp spot, I looked around and I found some stealth spots that I showed you just a second ago up high. So that's where I am. But I mean, even getting my tent set up, I couldn't do it. I did it. I'm in my tent, but I had to, I put the ground cloth, and it started to get super dizzy, like about to fall down. So I sat down, and then once I got right, then I put the poles up and do the same thing. I kept doing it until I got my tent up, and then it was like getting everything in here in the tent was hard. It just took forever. And I just laid down for about an hour. I tried to fall asleep, but I just laid here, and I feel better now. So I'm hoping it's just kind of the coffee just jacked me up too far. I had my heart racing. I think I could feel my heart racing, so which is weird because I drink coffee every day. But if I feel good tomorrow and I'm hiking normal, I won't try that again. I've had that same amount of coffee in the mornings and not had that problem. But anyway, that's what happened today. But it was a good day hiking. I mean, it's super stunning, beautiful, and I felt great till the very end. I felt great. So the plan tomorrow is a huge day, and I mentioned this morning is we talked to a ranger that we saw out there in the middle of nowhere, and he did confirm that there's once I have about 6 or 7 miles to Rainy Pass, and then I walk the road, and then I've got about 18 or 19 miles to where you would normally pick up the red bus for Stehekin. The problem is in that when you cross the road, about 17 miles of it is you cannot camp in it, and it's right in the middle there, or towards the end is where I would normally camp for a normal day, but I can't. So I was just looking at gut hooks, and all of us are talking. We're going to all try to just kill it tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do about 27 miles, but it's almost all downhill, which is easy for me, assuming I'm not dizzy. I'll do that. And what we want to do tomorrow is Friday is get all the way to Stehekin, or like within a mile, half a mile, or even there, and camp, and then early Saturday morning catch the bus in. I didn't think about this, but I have a package there for my food for the next section, and for some reason in Stehekin the post office is only open for 2 hours, from noon to 2 on a Saturday, and if I miss that, then Sunday I can't get the food. I'll have to wait all the way till Monday. So I may take a Nero or Zero there anyway, but I do want to make sure I get my food. So I want to try to upload videos, and so hopefully I'll get this video and all the others that I've done already. And that's the plan right now. So I'm going to hike a lot of miles tomorrow, but it's mostly downhill. I have this, in the morning I'll have this 1.1 mile steep, and then it's rolling, but it's mostly down. So 27 will be my biggest day. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy 4th of July. And until tomorrow, have a good night.